Maximus Silver Stacker. Howdy. Now, I actually just started. I'm just 3 rolls in, so no luck yet, but still very young. So what are you up to this evening? Five Benjis. 4 64s and a 40%er. Cannot complain about that. I actually, I'm yet to find my first Benji, which blows my mind. I found walkers. Still have not found a Benji yet. But that's a great box, man. That's what, 10 silvers in a box? Was that just one box? Or I'm assuming it probably was multiple. $64 ender. Yeah, I don't get enders either, man. I think I can probably count my enders on one hand. I always get the enders. I'm not sure why, but I'll take it. That's an interesting way to do it. Yeah, people are having to mix it up, man. It's been feel like people are feeling like it's getting a little stale as far as the way people are doing it. That's a brilliant way of doing it, I guess. I'm looking to get live stream, but I've got to figure out how to get on my streaming stuff working properly. I'm still getting used to OBS and how things work. I actually was camping with my 2 oldest this weekend, so been sitting on these boxes now since Friday, just trying to get through them. My youngest wanted to go through a box, so I streamed with them earlier, which was a complete disaster because they're just like pure chaos. But we got through one box. This is the other box I've got. I've got some quarters I need to go through. I actually have some dimes I need to get through as well, but I'm not sure if I'll get to those tonight. Just have to see how things go, I guess. Yeah, people like the games, man. I feel you. That's the thing is, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I got to figure out how to get the filming down. I actually just got my camera to where it looks halfway decent, but then I got to figure out what my system's going to be. Having the price of silver fluctuate up and down, and having people do things on the cheap now certainly makes it challenging to try to kind of figure out which way the tides will turn. I'm in Florida. Thank you, sir. You? Some Butterfingers going on tonight. So it happens when you take a whopping 2 days off from looking at coins, I guess. Wow. That's awesome. Hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many people you're watching. I would love to find a box like that with nobody watching. I'm doing the live stream more because I keep filming stuff and then don't take the time to edit it, or when I do, I upload it and don't do the thumbnail or whatever, and then I've probably got 20, 30 videos waiting to upload, and then I feel like I shouldn't be filming new stuff because I don't have the old stuff up. So I was like, you know what, I gotta get to these boxes, so I'm gonna live stream it. It's really not much different than filming it. If somebody comes, they come. If they don't, they don't. But I'll have gotten through the coin, and I won't have a video that I got to worry about editing. The sister box that I did with my boys was a Skunkaroni with 25 NIFCs. So, not banking on this box having 140 in it, but stranger things have happened. And finding a barber, man, that's crazy. Not many find those, that's for sure. So it's pretty special when you get one. I think Rob's done probably over 1,000 boxes and hadn't found one. Yeah, I'll definitely swing by. I'm always looking for new people to watch. I hunt almost every night, so I'm always looking for something to listen and watch to as I'm going through. So I'll definitely swing by. I'm more of a lurker than a participator, though, just so you know. Because I normally have my head down. It's more of a listening thing than a pure watching thing, but you still get the overall gist of things, I think. You collect as well, or you just stack? Yeah, I get that, man. You found 6 silver quarters and $4. The silver quarters have been. I've been finding more quarters. I'm up to. Let me see here. I'll look at my sheet. I'm up to 13 on the year for silver quarters. I had 3 in 1 box the other week. It was 2 weeks ago, maybe. So the quarters have been strong for me. The W's have been getting harder to find, though, I'll tell you that. I had a good box. I had, I think, 6 in a box last week. But overall, the numbers have definitely been down. I mean, I was averaging at least a couple, if not 3 a box. And now I'm pretty happy if I find 1. All right, enjoy your hockey game, my friend. I'll be here. I'm going to be doing this box and then probably box quarters as well. So. Come on, buddy. This one's beat. Oh man. I'll take it. So 17. Old coin. Boys, wait up. Alrighty, let's roll luck. Denard. Coin roll fishing, welcome. Stumbled across you tonight. Watched a couple of your videos. You're hunting some mad rolls right now, my friend. I can't fathom. How are you able to dump 40 rolls? Or 40 boxes, I should say. You must have a dump bank that really loves you. My bank, I drop off about, I don't know, two boxes a day, and you think I shot their brother or something like that when I walk in. But they want me dead. I'm not surprised. That does not surprise me a bit. Are you bringing them in bags? Are you dumping them in a machine? I mean, I'm assuming it's got to be one of those two. I hope you're not having to re-roll. That would be, like, insane. Bags, yeah. I'm sure you do a lot of driving. I mean, I know that most banks, even if you got a great relationship, are not gonna, might do 10 boxes for you. So if you're doing 40 or more than 40, there's some serious moving around to do, and I'm assuming most of them probably aren't giving you 10 boxes either. You know, I love quarters. I mean, most people don't like, I don't know why most people don't like them. I mean, I'm sure once the W's are gone, I'll feel differently. But I've had really good luck with the quarters. They certainly pay back better from my time standpoint than the halves have for me. So I'll take quarters any day of the week right now. I mean, they certainly run hot and cold like the halves, but the halves, you know, really, it's a roller coaster ride in the halves. Once the W's are gone, the quarters will be a lot different for me, though, because a lot of money in the quarters, and certainly you're not going to score as much silver as you are in the halves. I'm in Florida, so I'm in the southeast. from what I gather, we have not fared that well in the server. I know there's a guy in Tampa coin guy, and he seems to be pretty consistent, you know, where you have your skunks, you have your box. We have, I mean, I think he's gotten a dump or two in his lifetime. I am yet to score my first dump, but not going to stop me from hunting for sure. Yeah, it's certainly, if you're in LA, that would certainly make sense. It's an awful lot of banks in LA, I would assume. $65, wow. So how long have you been hunting halves? Hey Georgia, no, this is a new stream. The first stream was was a colossal chaos with my two boys, and I was just trying to get out of there. So I got through box 1 with them, and then stopped, got them some dinner, and I'm just trying to burn through these boxes I have so I can take them back tomorrow and get something fresh. I was actually camping with my two oldest this weekend, so I've been gone the whole weekend. Two and a half years. Whew, that's a lot of boxes, I'm sure, then. Still pretty green myself, so I can't complain about not finding my first dump. But I'll be a happy camper when I find it, that's for sure. Yeah, he's doing like 40 boxes a week, though, Georgia. His week is like my month. Actually, his week is like my year, I think. So at least for halves. I was a little disappointed to find out that first dime box that you put up the video is the one that you found that were 2021s. So you have not felt the full pain of dimes yet. I was a little disappointed that that was the only box in there. I was waiting to get your true perspective on dimes once you'd actually gone through a full box. Yeah, wait till you're done going through the whole box before you fret it, man. Whew. I got a box sitting on my thing. I gotta get to it, man. I think it's box 4 or 5 of my hunt. Trying to find my silvers. Yeah, you've been killing it, man. Like I said, I don't know what the gig is, man. I'm lower price than you, I'm lower shipping than you. I updated my pictures today, though, to see if it makes a difference or not. I was lazy. I put up one picture. So I put a picture of the roll in the box and see if it makes a difference. puts them in there like, I'm way better than the guy that's at $13.99. Don't buy from him. Something like that. Yeah, the coins. I actually, because I had that whole box and I haven't been selling them as fast as I wish to, I've cracked open, I don't know, probably 10 rolls so far. One of them I kept for myself, but the other ones I just kind of cracked open just to kind of balance out some of my returns, because I try to send my bags back in even amounts. So if I take a couple of bucks of something out, then I put a couple of bucks of something else back in, and so I've cracked some of them, and they're stunners, man. They're struck well. They look nice. They're in the coin. At least the set that I got, they're beautiful coins. Oh, Mexico City's in the house. Mondias Cox. Nice to hear you. See you this evening. What do you mean by how am I doing in hours? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Oh, you mean towards a 4,000? I'm way low, dude. I'm like, my numbers are way behind if that's what you're referring to. I'm like under 600, I think. A lot of my subscribers, I think, is based on the shorts, and the shorts, although I've gotten a crap ton of views, and if those hours counted, I'd be pretty good, but those don't count. So I mean, I want to say one of the shorts has like 300 hours on it, I want to say, but those don't count towards my total, so I don't got much. That's why I decided, hey, if I'm not going to film, I'm going to stream. That way, even if somebody shows up, it counts towards something versus nothing, because I've been hunting a crap ton of quarters and other things that I haven't been filming because I got so much stuff that I just need to get out. I don't need to create more of a backlog. Yeah, I know the short hours do not, or at least in my book, they have not counted yet. They help great for subscriber, because that subscriber base still counts, because it doesn't matter where those come from. But unless there's some kind of delay, the hours, the minutes do not count towards your overall minutes. But they're still monkeying around with that, so maybe at some point it will count. It's supposedly still 100% beta, so I don't know that they've completely figured it out yet, because I think the only place that you can truly do the shorts is in India, and they actually have a button where it says create a video or go live. You can create a short, whereas ours, it's kind of a forced play, I guess you could call it. Yeah, I'm probably up for that Thursday. I don't see why not. I still got your box. I still got Far North Coins box too. I mean, I got all kind of. I'm so backlogged. That's why I was doing this, because I mean, I got sitting on this. I'm sitting on a quarter box. I had a half box, quarter box. I got a dime box. I got a nickel box. I still got to go through. I've got 10 penny boxes. Like a damn bank here. I do pennies as well, if that's what you're trying to ask. I'm not perfect in Spanish, but if you're asking if I do pennies, I do pennies. I just don't normally live stream pennies, because they're not quite as exciting, and they tend to be much more time consuming. But we are going to do a box battle where we'll see whose box produces the best. And the crazy thing is that the box I'll be using, he sent me, and the box he'll be using, I sent him. So I guess the winner actually is the person that doesn't win. All right. What time were you thinking on Thursday, Dave? Okay, yeah, that'll work. I'll try to make my brain remember to put something out as well tomorrow. W quarters. It depends on which one it is. They'll range generally from I would say a low for the most part. You're going to get about $10 a pop for them, and some of the ones that are the tall grass is pretty hot right now because it's the newest one. The American Memorial Park has always been pretty hot. And those guys will fetch probably closer to 25, 30, 35 bucks, depending on the condition and how many other people are selling them at the time. So, yeah, I mean, finding a W is almost like finding a 90%er in halves. That's why I've kind of been chasing them so hard, because they're out there. You can find them on kind of what I feel like a super regular basis compared to what I find 90% silver. And at the end of the day, they're kind of worth about the same, or at least they are currently. The thing is, they're so limited. I mean, there's only 2 million of each. I don't think they're that hard to find. I mean, really, honestly, when you say your eyes are bad, you can with the W quarters, it's not a perfect science. But you can almost edge hunt W quarters because they're only minted those 2 years. So for the most part, they're generally going to be a little bit nicer of a quarter. So you can kind of almost figure out which ones are which, or which ones potentially could be it. And on top of that, because they are only 19s and 20s, you know, all you got to do is it's really designs you're chasing. So you look at those designs, and those ones are the ones you scrutinize, I guess, a little bit closer. So, I mean, you're not going to miss that that's a Rockefeller, and you know a Rockefeller is a 2020, so you'll look at that one a little bit closer. I mean, I actually have a magnifying glass too that I use, or you can use your scope. It's not like you're having to look at every one and every date. I mean, you can almost go by design. Some people, I mean, I know that I watched Big Flip of Coins. He just kind of, he almost edge hunts where he'll look at this one here. Like if you look at this roll here, there's, you know, potentially like 5 in here that are, you know, probably W's. I mean, some of these could be beaten up, but there's not that many in here that would be W's. And he'll just, I mean, he went through 6 boxes of quarters in like an hour and a half. That's way too fast for me. I think he probably missed some the way that he does them, but it works for him and he finds them. Everybody hunts a little bit differently. I always like to look at both sides of the coin. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to, like, you know, take it all in, but I take in enough that I can kind of find something that's going to jump out at me. I mean, some people will look here and say, oh, there's feeder finger damage, and they'll really scrutinize the coins. I don't have the patience or the time for that. But if there's a decent size of error, I'm going to find it. My average this year on W's is 1.63 a box, with my high is actually that box that I did just last week, 6. I did it on Thursday. There was 6 in there. That's my high is 6 in the one box. But yeah, if you do it on average, I've got 97 so far this year. Yeah, I made it a point to make sure that I'm keeping stats this year on everything and what kind of box I got it from, because none of my I mean, a lot of people have codes on their boxes. None of my boxes are coded. I go more by you know, what style box it was. It's no different than the one boxes that have the holes in the bottom and don't have an amount on it that just say quarters. Those are always the ones that I have the uncirculated come in. And I looked. I actually save all my boxes too. I looked, and I've gotten 4, you know, uncirculated boxes of quarters so far, and they all came out of those boxes. I tend to get the smaller ones that have the tape on the top, and the quarters are sideways versus being able to see the ends. That's generally what I get, and those actually produce the worst for me. But you know, I'm just trying to, you know, figure out, and I also figure out which banks give what, so I can, you know, maybe at some point hunt according to what does the best, I guess. Yeah, I'm hunting the heck out of quarters right now until I really start seeing the W's dry up. I'm chasing that gold while I can. Like I said, I think by the end of the year, most of it's going to be pulled out. It's going to be like the new silver. And my silver, although I'm up so far this year on silver, my average is about a silver per 10 boxes. Yeah, back to what George was saying back there. Now that I'm catching back in the conversations, if you can find uncirculated boxes, man, those are gold mines. And like I said, mine have always not been the ones with the say quarters and the dollar amount on the side, but they just say quarters. They're the like the collage print, I guess you'd call it. But if you can get an uncirculated box, they're a blessing and a curse all at the same time. Because I've gotten 3 boxes of uncirculated Salt River Bay, and none of them produced a single W. But when I've gotten other designs, they generally will spit out anywhere from 6 to 12. And I've seen plenty of people out there that are getting, 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s. I have yet to find one of those boxes, but they're out there. Yeah, those 2021. That's what I tried to do with the pennies, man. The pennies were selling really well. I have yet to get a new roll of 2021 pennies yet. I stopped picking up boxes. I was just getting overloaded. Even though I was sending them out for the swaps I was doing, it's the weirdest thing. You are trying to get uncirculated coin, and you only get circulated coin, and then when you want uncirculated, all they do is give you circulated. It's like they know what you want, and they give you the exact opposite. Crazy. But I couldn't. The pennies were going for about $4 a roll. I mean, the first box, there's a sale. If you look back on eBay, the first sale, someone sold a full box of 2021s for $1,000 for a box of pennies. But it's a short-lived phenomenon. And I think I've missed the bus on it completely and have yet to find my first roll. I hunted hard for about 2 weeks and then decided that was not my train to catch, I guess. I'll be right back. How did we get out there? Sorry about that. My dogs are wreaking havoc. Oh, Chihuahua. It's not one thing, it's another. Oh, you're still waiting on that? I actually, I got my order in. I did. I bought it all. I mean, we'll see what I get. I mean, stuff's so slow though, man. I mean, I just got my, I just got my order from the Mint over the weekend. They left it on my doorstep. It's probably been sitting there since Friday. Yeah. Did they send it USPS? Because they've been horrible. I mean, I've been getting packages from them, and it's like, oh, it's supposed to be delivered on Saturday. You'll get it on Thursday. It's like, what? And then you'll get something that took like a week and a half to get there, and it's marked 2-day package. No, UPS to USPS, even worse. That's like home delivery plus or something stupid like that. Yeah. You probably get it. It's just when's the question. But hey, for $17, what do you expect? I ended up getting both. I got the one with the quarter, $17, and the non-quarter for $30. So, whoa. Here's our first find. Got a 2013. Which one is this? South Dakota. And that is an San Francisco Mint, non-proof. I've been getting a lot of those lately. I'm pretty surprised. You wouldn't think you'd find as many as those as I do, but so many San Francisco non-proofs I've been getting. And I'm guessing those are, I don't know if those are coming out of rolls. I didn't even check my order yet because I actually got the Airman S-Med. I'm not sure if those rolls are, I'm sure they're just regular. So I'm guessing maybe, what are they, the rolls that someone breaks open and throws back in, and they tend to be in pretty nice shape. Yeah, I hope I get the same thing you got, man. That's, I mean, to get that maple at 20-something bucks, I'll take that all day long, man. I'll milk them for what they're worth. They're just hoping to get the guy that gets signed up for the club and forgets to cancel, and it's kind of like the old CD clubs. You gotta make sure to get in and get out before you get burnt. You can probably afford to get burnt once before you start losing money. But clearly their averages are up on the burn, or they wouldn't be doing it. They waste no time, man. Your first club, the first one of the month's already on its way. Man, let's get this guy while he's fresh. It's probably a coin of the month club that gets sent every 2.5 weeks. Just keep banging them out and hoping it gets buried in your mail someplace. They're kind of like those discount jewelers where their prices are high, and they're a good deal if they give you a good deal, but if they get you for their rack rate, man, just got you over the coals. Yeah, I don't blame you. I figured I'd give it a look-see too. Push comes to shove, you give them an order or two and then cancel, but it's kind of hard to pass up that offer on an Eagle. You can turn around and double or triple your money just even throwing it back in an LCS. Legits or noobs, welcome, my friend. How are you this evening? I'm hanging in there. I was actually camping this weekend, so just playing a little catch-up, making sure I can get these back and get some fresh coins in before the week starts. So tell me about this insane box of pennies you had. I would love to hear. Nothing like a good box of pennies, right? Yeah, we had a good time. It was my two oldest boys. My second oldest is getting ready to go from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, so it was his kind of introduction to the Boy Scouts. And fun times were had by all. Wow, 66 wheats in a bank box. That's cray-cray. Hey, it doesn't have to be custom wrapped. I mean, if that got dumped by somebody and kind of stayed in the same place in the system, it filters into a box or two. That's pretty sweet, though. You don't see boxes like that often, that's for sure. Those are fun. Anything good? Oldest is 29. That's not bad. I mean, most of mine are, you're going to get the 40s and the 50s. That's just the kind of way it works. So tell us about this scratch off. Need to hear. How much did you pay? How much did you win? Nice, 500 twice. Woohoo! That must have felt good. Hey, you could add that to your channel, my friend. There's some serious followership on the scratch off circuit. I've seen some guys, that's all their channel does, man. Go buy yourself a brick of tickets and scratch. People will watch that. Not sure why. But then again, why do people watch people hunting coins either? Oh, poor guy. You only have 900 left. Yeah, but those scratchers, man, it's no different than the lotto, the slot people, man. They have insane followership where people just watch their videos from start to finish, and their CPMs are wicked high. And because they're sitting there playing slots for 20 minutes, their videos are long. All adds up. It's craziness. Plenty of ways to skin a cat, as they say. Let's keep you. Yeah, MacBooks are not cheap, that's for sure. I actually went to a desktop this last time around because, you know, more often than not, I'm sitting at my desk and I can get the bigger screen and, you know, more bang for my buck with a desktop versus a laptop. Pay a little bit more for that portability. Yeah, there's a lot of scratchers. There's a lot of everything, quite frankly. It's pretty crazy. This box is pretty vanilla, boys. I'm really hoping to score an uncirculated sometime soon. Been dreaming of one. Yeah, you gotta remember, people will sub and they'll sub and then forget about it. I mean, think about even people that are on your sub list, where they'll sub because they were, you know, going through watching the videos. The huge numbers don't really match the true followership. I mean, there's people that might have 1,000 hardcore fans that will be there, you know, day or night. Like, I don't know if you follow that Russian couple that Sue Hatton posted, but they're really genuine people. And I've been watching their videos, and they're getting ready to have a baby, and they put a video up. He did a live stream, and man, that live stream was cooking. It made an RFT stream seem like crickets. I mean, you couldn't even read the stuff that was going so fast. I don't remember the name. If you go to, I want to say, I believe his name's Dan and her name is Susie. But if you go back through Sue's video, she'll say something about a Russian couple or whatever, but it's somebody she sent like some baby clothes to, and they ended up doing a video on her. They actually just passed 100,000 subscribers, but she sent them some stuff, and then they did a video on her, And that's when Sue went from like 1,000 subs to 4,000 subs from the one video they posted up. But I mean, it's a Russian couple, and he's been doing videos for like 4 years. He's trying to learn English, but I mean, they're really, really genuine people, and they're really nice. And you know, it's just, and they just, you know, it's no BS, and it's nothing fancy that they do in their videos, but they're funny, and they're fun. So their followership base is real, and I mean, when they have 100,000 people watching them, they probably have, you know, when they're doing a live stream, I think he had like 4,000 people in his live stream. It's like craziness. But they're fun people. You should definitely go check them out. I mean, they just do some of the goofiest things, but they also really enjoy the simpler things in life, which is refreshing. Omen 2K, what's up, buddy? I know you're gonna kill me. I did not get your pennies out yet. I'm such a slacker. I just wanted you to know. I have not got yours yet either, but I have not been to my P.O. box in probably 5 days, so they might be here for all I know. I'm gonna go out tomorrow morning because I'm expecting another box from somebody else, probably last week, and I did not get them the last time I checked. So I will be going out to see if those are out there. But I swear to you, I will send you your boxes. I'm just a slacker. Yeah, when she went from the 1,000 to the 3,000 or 4,000, whatever, that was from the Russians. Yeah, you have to go to the post office itself. I went to like the mailbox, etc., because you can just get a P.O. box from a mailbox, etc. But they wanted like $30 or $40 a month. I'm like, what? You gotta be crazy. I'm not getting a P.O. box for $30 or $40 a month. And if you go directly to a post office, I think, and it doesn't matter what people are gonna send you. You just need a address. So I got the smallest box they have, and in my box, I think, will hold like 10 letters, I think. Like, there's never anything in my box, because anytime I get something, they give me a key to a big box where they got to put all my junk. Yeah, my box is like, seriously, I think it's like 3x5 or something stupid like that. It's whatever it's like, I think it's called extra small. I mean, whatever the absolute smallest box they have is what I bought. I think it was $50 for the year. And like I said, I've only gotten mail in my box once, because if there's really even 2 envelopes or a padded envelope, they can't fit it in there. So they got to put it in one of those boxes where they just leave a key in your box. So I'm sure at some point they're going to have me and say, sir, your mail never fits in your box, so you have to get a bigger box. But until that happens, I'm not going to worry about it. As far as I know, I have a box that's appropriate for the mail that I'm getting. Wow, $134 for the smallest box? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta go out to a smaller part of the. Maybe you live in the nicer side of the neighborhood. You gotta go to a smaller post office, maybe. I didn't check to see what the one closest to my house is like, but the one closest to my house takes me longer to get there because of traffic. So I decided to drive in the opposite direction of my house to a post office that's essentially in the middle of no place. And that's where I got mine at. And like I said, I think it might have been $60. It was $50 or $60 for the year. You actually can reserve the post. You can reserve the box online. I don't know if they give you a discount for doing that or not. Maybe that's why it was a little bit cheaper for me. I actually bought mine online while I was in line at the post office. And then, so I bought mine while I was in line. And then by the time I got to the postmaster, I said, oh yeah, I ordered this online. Can I get my key? And they handed me the key that same day, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, 134 seems pretty crazy. Yeah, if you gotta drive too far away, though, it's not worth saving $20 over, I don't think. I wouldn't want to go too far, because you gotta remember, if you're gonna start going to it once or twice a week, a couple of bucks you save, you're gonna end up spending on gas or tolls or whatever. But for me, it was like the difference between the UPS store, which is essentially down the road from my house, and the post office, which takes a couple of minutes to get to, was a year for the price of a month. It certainly made sense, but for $20, I don't know that I'd want to drive too far. And once you get to 1,000 subs and are monetized, that's just a drop in the bucket, my friend. That's one stream's worth of super chat, or what are they called? Super chats, yeah. With all your groupies throwing super chats at you. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, the one chick that does the, what is it called? Why I keep forgetting, the slots. She budgets herself. She has a budget for each video, so she's like, okay, if I want to shoot this video, my budget is X. So if it's $300 or $500 or whatever it is for that video, she has a budget on the video, and she goes and she plays her game, and it is what it is. You know, she'll play for a set amount of time or a set amount of money. Whichever kind of comes up first is when she stops, and the video is what the video is, kind of thing. So it's, you know, it's a business basically. So you might spend a lot on cards, but the cards essentially pay for themselves. It's just a business expense. The thing with the lotto, though, or the lotto scratch off, can you imagine how much lotto scratch dust is in their house? Scratching the, you know, the amount of cards they scratch off, gotta be a mess. Even if you're halfway clean, that's gotta be a lot of scratch off dust flying around. Yeah, the gambling channels are definitely, man. I watched this. I watched one of them. It's not the. I saw the slot lady on a TV show, and then that's how I found her YouTube channel to watch her. And of course, as soon as you watch something on YouTube, you refer to 50 other people that are just like that one person. And I saw another girl that, to me, was not as fun to watch. Her video wasn't the same kind of quality, but I believe she's got more followership than the slot lady, and she's making like 70 grand a month because the base is just hardcore will sit there and watch them do that. Craziness. Yeah, she's actually from Canada, I think. One of the videos that I watched of her, she doesn't even live where it's legal to gamble. Like all of her slots, she like flies to go stay someplace, and she films for a handful of days, and then goes back home and edits them, and then does another trip. Crazy. Yeah, it'd be fun to make a couple of bucks though, wouldn't it? Pay for enough to buy a coin or two. I'm not necessarily looking to make 70 grand a month, but certainly pretty crazy. I'd take an ounce of silver a month right now. Something better than nothing, right? Yeah, the problem is the big ones, the big niches where you're going to get a million subs, for the most part, I don't think they're hardcore people. I mean, there's not enough die-hard fans, I don't think, for a million. A lot of the ones are that I think that once they get that high, it's just people following the herd versus ones that are going to be dedicated followership. I think the sweet spot is, you know, having 100 to 500,000 real fans that enjoy what you do and like what you do. I think that's the sweet spot. I think once you get too big, it's just random folk that may have found you and may watch you but don't always watch you, and I could be wrong too, though. Yeah, they all get a decent amount in there, and hey, if they can buy it, and quite frankly, a lot of times they'll use it for giveaways or different things like that. I mean, even like if you look back at Mr. Beast, dude's making millions off YouTube, but he's also spending millions. But I watched one of his things, and he basically said, you know, basically the way that I looked at it when I first started was, whatever I made, that was next month's budget. So basically every video got a little bit more ridiculous because he was trying to figure out a way to spend all the money that he made. And then it gets to a point where you physically can't spend what you make because you're doing so well, which I guess is a great problem to have. Yeah, my unboxing have $0 of silver in them, so be happy with your $1.50. Actually, I got an ounce of silver this week. But that's for Monday. Hang on a second, I gotta look that up. I'm going to check that out real quick. My friend has asked that twice, and I don't know what that means. I want to make sure that I understand what he means here. Rose penny fruit. Yeah, that's what it says. That's what I just did. I'm not quite sure what he means by that either, because I'm sure that it gets lost in translation, as they say. Oh well. I was trying to answer, but... This is sad, man. If I don't find a W, I'm going to be mad. I'm not going to lie. This box hasn't even had an especially a bunch of nice like state quarters or anything in it. I don't know. Sure, just talking Spanish now. Yeah, I hunted the house first. I found a whopping 4. Go back to my house sheet. 5 NIFCs. So the first box my kids did had 25 NIFCs in it. Second box had 5 NIFCs. So that is, let's see here, 3 skunk boxes in a row running right now. So I guess I'll be due for silver tomorrow if he still has more boxes. I don't know how many boxes he ordered me this week. I know I've been bumping my numbers, so hopefully he left my numbers bumped, but I did not ask him. He's been, my vault teller's been out sick. So I did not pick on him the other day. As far as what he ordered, I just picked up, and we'll go back tomorrow, and if he hasn't, he hasn't. If he doesn't, then I'll have to wait till the end of the week when new boxes come in, and I will take my quarters and run, because I know he's got quarters. Yeah, I've been due for a dump for a long time. You're at 7 or 8. Yeah, I'm just a couple. I mean, but I haven't found much. If I go back to my this month, I've only found. Actually, my first box had 6 40s in it. No, that's last month. This month, I've only found 2 silvers for the month. But I mean, I'm 53 boxes in for the year. 53 boxes, 55 silvers. So I mean, I'm averaging my 1 a box, but I mean, it's been 1 a box. I mean, generally it's been 2 or 3 a box with a bunch of skunks in between. But my best box of the year was actually my second box of the year where I got 7 silvers. But that's my max right now. I haven't even busted in a double digits yet. And I am yet to find myself a Benji. Have you asked for halves yet, Bowman, or are you just kind of waiting to build that relationship first? Yeah, I would love to find myself a Benji. That's the only thing I haven't. I mean, of course, I haven't found a. Why is it eluding me? I'm brain dead tonight. I can't remember his name. A barber. There we go. That's the name I was thinking of. You know, that's not uncommon, but. I don't have a Benji yet. I think it's kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of where I've been. I've been asked for loose all over though. I mean, I've been stopping just about any place I can asking for loose. I know some people have had problems with requiring an account, but I did it again last week where I didn't strike any gold, but just started swinging by and asking for. I'm doing it also just kind of see where I think the cool tellers are. I need to find myself another pickup bank. If I can find people that seem to be a little bit less high strung and less likely to give me a hard time, I gotta find myself a friendly bank because my pickup branch is closing in May. So I need to find myself a nice home base again before they close, because the 2 branches that are from the same bank, the next closest ones, they are not quite as friendly to me. And I can tell that I'm not going to have the same kind of relationship with them as I have with my current place. So I need to find some nice bankers. Yeah, the Wells Fargo. I don't have a Wells Fargo account right now. When I stop by and ask for halves at the drive-thru, the lady's like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't have any. I'm sorry. Blah blah blah. Is there anything else?" I mean, she was like really nice, super friendly. I'm like, no wonder everybody does business with Wells Fargo. So, but yeah, I've been trying to pick up all the loose halves. Trying to strike gold twice, but no such luck. I mean, one of the banks it was actually a bank that I swing by when my bank doesn't have my quarters when they were running line. She's like, "Weren't you just here last week?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I still want halves, man." Like, no, you took all we had. Dude, we are running out of rolls here. Still no W. Are you kidding me? Hi, Chihuahua.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
I didn't say anything, lady. Look at Georgia go. You should order 8 or 10 then, man. You don't have to pick up 4 at a time. My bank, I only pick up 2 at a time. I pick up 2, hunt them, take them back. I just keep recycling that same $1,000, man. One of these days I'll be a baller though, and I can go pick up more than 2 boxes at a time. But you're also, I think you said, limited to only being able, trying to only do 2 pickups or so a week. Keep mama happy. And I get that as well. Oops. Yep. Probably would. And if you have to find a new one, then you gotta pay that one off, which could get really expensive too. So I suggest you just stick with the way that you're doing it. I don't think so. Not on camera. I'm not. I really need to go through my dimes, but I don't know if I have the patience to do that tonight. I think I've got 4 rolls left here. I think I'm going to do these 4 rolls and call it quits. The coin gods are not on my side tonight. I had no silver. I haven't seen anything that is too exciting in this batch. I'm trying to pick out my bicentennials again. Try to get another roll of those going because I sold my last roll of those. Sold my last roll of 83s too, so I probably gotta start pulling those out again. but I needed some money to, like I said, even out my tank. Last time I turned it, so I actually pulled out 83 and I threw them back. So I know it's going to take me about, normally it takes me about 2 boxes or so to get a full roll of 83s. They'll have to wait to do that. Yeah, most of the 83s I find aren't, they're not anything special. They're not in great condition. They're just 83s. But they sell. I don't know. I don't get it. I can only assume people are trying to find the spitting eagle, but people buy them. So I'm willing to pull them out as long as they continue to sell. I am not to question why people do what they do. I'm just willing to provide them with what they want as long as I have the ability to do that. Yeah, I'm assuming you're just going through money you're getting back. I don't look at big bills, quite frankly. I probably should. I probably have thrown away some nice stuff, but once I get past a 1, you get those ones you're like, should I keep this or should I keep this? And I don't know. I can't get into the big bills. They're just too darn expensive. I need to get back into the bills and do some bill hunts, though. They seem to be fairly popular. Yeah. That'll do it. The one bank that wasn't giving me any coins at one point, anytime I cashed out there, I'd bring back, $1,000 in halves or $1,000 in quarters. I'd ask for it in ones. Then I'd hunt the ones and then take them back to my pickup bank and pay for my new coin in ones. But I stopped doing that because it makes everybody mad at me. Yeah, bills get expensive to keep. I mean, even when they're 1. I mean, I noticed that when I got into even in the halves. I mean, I started off with pennies. You're doing pennies. Oh, finally, second to last roll, we score a dirty W. It's San Antonio Missions. It's not the prettiest W, but it's a W. We got one, folks, finally. But yeah, when I went from pennies to half, and then worked my way up to $50, you're like, oh man, should I keep this? And you're like, well, this is like keeping a whole roll of pennies. And all of a sudden you're like, okay, I want to keep these 10. You're like, holy crap, that's $5. So, and then when you get to, if you do dollars, it's like you keep doubling them down. That's why it scares me when I start looking at big bills. You're like, man, you could really lay down some coin to keep things. Better make sure. Look at that. Last roll unluck. We got a dime. Dirty dogs. That's payback for that W I found, I guess. Oh, man. Don't you hate it when that happens? Buen dias, Cock. I'll definitely stop by your site, your channel, and check you out. I always love to check out new content, and maybe I'll get lucky, and you'll be hunting Mexican coins, because I love Mexican coins, and if you coin roll hunt Mexican coins, that would be pretty interesting, I would think. And that's all she wrote, folks. I'm actually going to look now before I forget. Copy. Oh, they do coins. Nice. Okay, back to the thing. Okay. So, we found an empty box. Got a dime. Got a dirty W. This is the other stuff that I keep. So I have 1, 2. That's that San Francisco Mint. So I've got a 2012, a 2011, 209s. I'm sorry. 2 2011s. I've got 3 pretty state quarters. And 9 bicentennials. This isn't all the bicentennials because I do plan on selling these. I try to find ones that aren't totally tore up. I mean, these are far from pristine, but they're, you know, in far better shape than some of the ones I toss back. So I try to keep ones that are, you know, not really beat up. But I collect those. I sell them by the roll. They tend to do okay on eBay. You don't make a killing, but you make a couple bucks. Certainly pays for my time and energy. This is a 2019 dime, so nothing special besides the fact that I lost 15 cents. These I've been a little pickier on. The 09s, 10, 11, and 12. These are all low mintage dates. I've also been getting a little pickier on the state quarters, but I've also been finding a lot more state quarters. If you look at these, I mean, this doesn't look like it has much wear at all on it. So I don't know if the mint's like dumping, or people are dumping their collections that much more now, but I've been finding a lot more nice state quarters. So, anywho, that's what I keep. I am going to put these back. I don't know if I want to get my nickels or not, but I might have to. 2 rolls of PND on eBay once now, and I usually get about $30 for 2 rolls. Yeah, that's about. I would say. I forget what I sold mine for. I just mixed them. I just, you know, I put in there 1 roll of bicentennials, and I'll put PND, and if sometimes I'll count. Like I think I've sold them 2 or 3 times. It's certainly not a lot. The bicentennials were definitely slower sellers than the 83s, but the 83s, I sold that first roll right off the bat. I mean, I posted it and it was sold within an hour. This last roll, it sat for a good week or 2 before I sold it. And that's why I stopped, you know, picking them up, because it didn't sell as fast. I thought it was going to sell fast, but it didn't. So I still put them out there. I still gather them simply because I have realized somebody's willing. No different than in the dimes, there's the proof reverse 70s and 69s that supposedly are worth money, but I haven't found any place where they're selling them, but I'm still collecting them for some reason or another. But anywho's, I appreciate everybody stopping by this evening. Hopefully this is a little less chaotic than the stream I did with my sons. I apologize in advance for those that will happen in the future. My second to youngest thoroughly enjoys hunting, and my youngest always wants to get involved, and that just creates chaos. But it's time I spend with my boys, so I'm not going to complain about it. So I'm going to do it, and if it's chaos, it's chaos, and if it's not, then hopefully people can enjoy it a little bit more where they're not being total spazzes. Yeah, this is the last stream where I'm an English to Spanish translator. I think you did a great job, but then again, I couldn't understand what you were saying, so I can only assume you did a good job. But at the end of the night, we were able to figure out that they wanted us to stop by their channel, and that we did. So I think at the end of the night, everybody went home happy. So, Bauman, I'm going to get your boxes out tomorrow, I promise. I swear I will. And if not, you can sue me. Because I've got them. I just haven't sent them yet. And I'll check my P.O. box tomorrow for anything that may be out there, because I need to do a mail call. I've got a couple of things that I've got here, plus anything that may or may not be in my box. Yeah, stream for 20 hours. Actually, I just got home. I mean, I just got home. I haven't even been home 12 hours yet. I left on I left Friday afternoon, and I just got home this morning. I've been out in the woods, sleeping and on the ground, hanging out in the rain with my two oldest boys. And so I had to spend some time with my little boys when they got home. That's why he's like, "Yo, will you stream with me?" I'm like, "All right, I guess." I knew it was going to be sheer chaos, but as long as you know what you're getting into when you walk into it. So we did that. But yeah, it's fun if they're into it. If they're not, both my boys, the older ones, are certainly into it now, and it's fun. And that's why it's fun to watch them grow when they enjoy it and they are able to do things. But man, things these kids talk about, I don't know. I'm sure I was equally as weird when I was that age too. But the stuff they talk about, it's like, who are these kids? But it's fun, so I'm not going to complain. They could be doing worse things for sure. But anywho's, you gentlemen enjoy the remainder of your evening, and I've got to contemplate whether I'm going to dive into that box of dimes and destroy my eyes before I go to bed. But I've got a dime video I've got to get up, and in order to get a video up, I've got to score myself some silver. So that's what we shall do. I appreciate you guys swinging by. It was great to converse in multiple languages, and read in multiple languages. And I will see you guys next time I'm out and about. Have a wonderful evening, and I'm sure we'll talk and catch up later this week. You have no boxes till Tuesday. That's just bad planning, man. But I forgive you. So get yourself some fresh boxes. Enjoy your hunts. And I look forward to doing the box battle with you on Thursday. But I'm going to have a great evening. Your boxes will go out tomorrow. And Mandias Cox, I appreciate you swinging by. I wish I could converse with you better, but I appreciate you being here, and I will make sure to check out your channel. Have a great evening, guys. Talk to you later.